jump up thing yet.
Yes, no, the jump up will be one take. Okay, ready?
My name is Fiona Compton. I'm a photographer, videographer, fashion artist, and mother. I was born and raised in the island of St. Lucia, but I spent the past 16 years of my life living in London. I was fortunate to be brought up by two very patriotic parents.
You can either go into independence by making a request and consent order from Britain. We have done that.
Growing up, a love of country was instilled in me greatly. With that, a passion for Caribbean history has grown in me, leading me to search for more at the National Archives in Kew Gardens. My findings in the archives have been amazing, and in this short video I'm going to show you how you can find out about your own history. Because this is your history, my history, our history. If you live in London or are visiting, the best way to get there is to take the Richmond train to Kew Gardens. When you get to the archives, you'll be shown a short instructional video on how to handle the documents. They'll also take your picture for a reading card that lasts for 3 years. Once you get your reading card, you can head down to the computer area to start booking your documents. Once you've done that, you'll be allocated your own personal locker where you can pick up your documents after a few minutes. They range from small to medium-sized books. They must be placed on a foam support, to larger books that need to be carried in on a trolley. Some of the books have been damaged over time because they are hundreds of years old. Take care when handling them so that our grandchildren can see them too. This book is an 1825 plantation slave register of St. Lucia. And some books are so big, it will require 2 persons to get them out of their storage boxes. Books like this are normally the plantation slave registers. This one, for example, is the 1815 Plantation Slave Register of Trinidad, containing the slave names and owner names of every single plantation on the island. You can also find huge maps, as much as 300 years old or more, mapping out details of war strategies, Maroon and Amerindian settlements, and much more. You can also find personal slave registers, documenting the names and origins of the house slaves and assistants of slave owners. Going through the registers, you will find documentation of plantations that still function today, to places that we could never envisage today that were ever plantations. You will find places that you know, as well as names of slaves and slave owners alike that you will recognize. You will also be able to find the origins of slaves, from Gold Coast to Senegal, Congo, different tribes like Mandingo, Igbo, as well as seeing where some slaves were mulattoes, as well as Indian. Other interesting things you will find at the archives include personal accounts from slaves, documentation about obia, indentured laborers, and much more. There also includes more recent documentation. Strangely enough, they had a copy of my grandfather's passport. But do not expect that within one visit that you'll be able to retrace your family's history in the archives. I have made many visits to the archives and I'm yet to trace my full family history. Tracing back your family history may take days, weeks, months, or years, but I promise a visit to the archive is one that is invaluable. Accounts of slavery may be hard for people to swallow, but within the documents there are accounts of love, of triumph, and of tragedy. The archives is free to visit for anyone around the world. Just bring a proof of ID and a proof of your address, and it's absolutely free. What we can find in the archives pertains to all of us, whether you're black, white, mixed, Indian. It is my history, your history, our history.